Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. Today is November 4th in 1971, and the Alabama LSU game is just days away. One of those fierce rivalries that means everything in the South. My mom's in San Antonio, planning tacos and a watch party with friends. Her belly round with me inside. My dad's still in Vietnam, writing about a sore jaw, aspirin, and red tape, just trying to stay sane until his leave comes through. What I love most about reading these letters is realizing how deep that football tradition runs. Decades later, when my dad opened Allgoods Barn Grill in Big Sky, Montana, we made Alabama LSU game a yearly event. The TVs are on, specialty foods are set up, and the whole town would pack in. We even had a few LSU fans working for us, which made it even that much louder. And now, going back to this letter, I can picture my mom pregnant with me, planning tacos and football that same weekend in 1971. No wonder I still love watching Alabama football, and I still love this particular game, Alabama LSU. I believe it's in my DNA. Here's the first letter from my father to my mother, exactly as he wrote it, November 4th, 1971. Dearest Sarah, boy, do I love my pretty wife. You are my sweet precious. I love you so much. You sounded so great today. I surprised you by calling so early at night, I bet. It was morning here. I wasn't going to miss my baby today. I only had to wait for about an hour. I love you so much. I got 2 precious letters today. The last said, "Don't call." I had to laugh. You know, I couldn't go another 2 weeks without talking to my love. But I will really be glad to talk to you from Los Angeles. I will be really close then. And then I'll be in your arms in San Antonio. Baby, I can't wait. You're my little chickadee. I left the phone place, and then I went to see the doctor. He gave me some aspirin and told me to take 3 every 4 hours. He thinks I have an inflamed jawbone joint. He said if the aspirin didn't help, he could give me some stronger stuff. I am okay, though. Then I went to get my pee test for heroin. Sure enough, I couldn't piss. So I drank water for a half hour, and then I could piss. And then we went to the detachment. We got a new man here, TDY, for 15 days. We drank a few beers, and then I took a nap. I went to the club for some supper, and then I played some cards. I am off again tomorrow because of the new man. Pi and I will be off together some and work together for a change. He hasn't even been in my room since I got the new statue. He says his wife wants to meet up and wants to know when we are going to see them. I said yes, if it's possible. Boy, she must really be a card. Baby, I love you with all my heart. Sleep warm. I will be home to see you soon. I love you again with all my heart. Love, Dick. I love how casual he sounds about everything. The doctor's visits, the tests, the long day. But you can hear what's underneath it. He's a man just trying to hold on until he gets to go home, even for a minute. And the closer they get to seeing each other, the more ordinary their letters become. That's another thing that makes them so beautiful. And back in San Antonio, my mom is already living that ordinary life again. Friends, lunches, and a Saturday night football game that still stirs up the South. Here's the second letter written on November 4th, 1971, from my mom to my dad, exactly as she wrote it. My chickie, I tell you, after your phone call last night, I slept so good. I think just hearing my love and knowing you were okay put my mind at ease. For the first time in months, I fell asleep watching the late movie. I finished my lover's letter, relaxed, and the first thing I know, it was 2 a.m., my usual bathroom time. I turned the TV off and back to CP. I forgot to mention, Dicky Dildo helped me relax too. Ha! I love you so very much. You're my precious little chickie. I got 2 sweet letters today. I told you last night I'd get 2 today. I'm glad you didn't take any shit off those goddamn big wigs. Franklin should really hit it off with Smith. Ha! And I can't believe the ticket and the check shit either. Can't believe they won't take a check. I tell you, how you keep your sanity and keep from being court-martialed, I'll never know. I'm so proud of my hubby. In more ways than one. You're my love and life. I'm glad you handled your folks. I think I said that last night, but I can't really remember. I was on cloud 9 after my honey's call. Now for the activities of the day. Got up early after sleeping so good. I felt great. I did my hair, took a bath, got dressed. Remember, I told you your wife had luncheon plans like a white girl. Well, Pat and Nancy came over. I ran to Handy Andy to cash a check, $25. I stretched the $80 as far as I could. I had to pay Paul for the points and plugs, plus I owed Pat half of the shower for Mary Patton, and I needed some cash for lunch and the weekend. I won't need to cash another check for some time or before you come home. I'll go to the commissary before you come home, but I'll tell you the amount when you come home. Okay, love? Anyway, back to the hub. Met Paul and Becca, David and Eliza, and Joy for lunch. Well, 3 hours later, we decided we had a good lunch. Ha! I really did enjoy it. I came home. Pat stayed a while. Then Eliza came down to measure the sleeve of the dress she's making for me. We'll start my sewing lessons next week. Nikki stopped over to check on the high chair. I'll probably be able to finish it by Sunday. Steve and Melinda came by. And Jan called. We're partying at her apartment on Saturday night for the Bama LSU game on TV. We plan on tacos. She still doesn't feel very good. Dave was there. I wish I understood Jan. She says she loves Buck, but yet she continues to see Dave. I've given up on trying to figure people out. As long as I understand us, our love, to hell with everybody else. Well, not really, but I just can't be troubled with others at the present time. I love you, sweet precious. Baby, do you realize that approximately 2 more months we'll have our baby? It just dawned on me. Dr. Brecken thinks I should deliver sometime between the 6th and the 13th of January. It's so hard for me to realize that it's so near. Darling, I'm going to close and make my love letters shorter than usual because I want to try and go sleepy since I have to get up so early to go to the doctor. I like to get up and dress nice so I won't look like 90% of the other pregnant ladies there. Baby, I love you so very much, with all of my heart and soul, forever and always. Sarah. Jeez, I love how every day this feels. The errands, the friends, a sewing project, and a Saturday night football game that still stops the South dead in its tracks. Reading this, I can almost hear the TV, the laughter, the clinking of taco night dishes, the sound of life going on while the world waited for my dad to come home. And decades later, at Allgoods Bar and Grill, that same game would bring us all together again. LSU fans on one side, Alabama fans on the other, tacos and beer flowing, and my dad right there in the middle of it. Boy, did he love Alabama football. Some things don't change. They just pass down through stories, through love, and sometimes through football. If you're enjoying this journey through my parents' letters, you can support the project at buymeacoffee.com/the Allgoods Love. And please remember to follow the Allgoods Vietnam Through the Eyes of Love wherever you listen and share it with a friend. We'll see you on November 5th.